Next question is, can I actually charge more just by being more confident?
The real cost of hesitation and self-doubt right now. How do I know if my habits or image is hurting my brand? This is a lovely question. You ask it again?
Why aren't people respecting my time, prices, or leadership?
What do you actually walk away with after a $20,000 VIP day? You walk away with, what's going on, man? It's first time, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm supposed to call this thing, but whatever I'm supposed to call it, you're going to see it in front before you see this video. Live from the contract studio, you know what I'm saying? This Q&A, man, it's FAQ, frequent asked questions, confidence coach, shooter shouty, you know what I'm saying? The question is, are you confident enough to take your shirt off inside the sauna? First off, I got color hair, so hold on. 28 minutes, I'm probably gonna go for a strong 20. Answer 5 questions, 4 minutes apiece. Call my assistant real quick, nigga. Oh, yeah. Today's episode is brought to you by ClickFunnels. Me personally, I use Go High Level, but since I got the shirt on, it's brought to you by the ClickFunnels. How me call, man? It's ringing. Yeah, how you doing? I had to bet. So yeah, this frequently asked questions. What's the first question that you see on the list?
What's the real cost of hesitation or self-doubt right now?
What's the real cost?
Yes.
Alright, the real cost of hesitation and self-doubt right now off the muscle is gonna be lost potential, lost finances, lost resources. I want to say lost time, but lost time is also the same as lost potential. For me, how I like to quantify it is if 20% of all your efforts brings in 80% of the revenue, then what's at question is how useful is the other 80%? And then the hesitation really boils down to all the stuff you don't want to do or are not doing to say that you're missing money. So the cost of hesitation is the cost of not knowing how to fix the present problems. And the cost of hesitation is a question that people have to ask themselves. And I would answer a question with a question by saying, how much money do you want to make per month? Right? And then how much money are you currently making per month? And the cost of hesitation is at least 20% of that money difference. So let's say, for example, somebody that make $100,000 a year, I'm gonna say a month, a year, they probably see 80,000. Okay, cool, 80,000 divided by 12, 72, 6,000 plus, and they want to make 100,000 a month, and they're only making 6,000 a month. That's 94,000. 20% of that, 94 grand times 0.2, 18,000. So in that case, the cost of hesitation is $18,000. You know, and it's not so much about the money, it's just about untapped potential in the marketplace. Did I answer that question?
Yes, you did.
Alright, what's the second question?
Next question is, can I actually charge more just by being more confident?
Can you charge more just by being more confident?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I charge more because I am confident. Like for me, I always get a classic example. I was at an event called Podcast Summit in Miami a couple years ago, and by that time I had been selling clothes with my clothing designer business for about 11 years. And this particular year, enough was enough, and I decided to charge $100 a shirt. And when I say they were flying off the shelf, or flying out of my hand rather, at $100 a t-shirt, no questions asked, I had to sit with myself. I felt played, but I was happy at the same time. I was happy because, yeah, I made the money, but I felt played because I undervalued myself for 11 years when I could have been up by charging more. So the mere confidence of someone that's just now starting a clothing brand, they come out swing and say, man, look, bro, $100, boom. And here's the thing, confidence is derived from competence. And what competence is, okay, so I'll veer off. Competence says I'm good at what I do, I can charge what I want to charge. That's confident. Cool. The math part is, what is the overhead of my business on a monthly basis? I realistically should be charging more than what I'm charging, because cost of business is not what I'm telling myself, it's what I'm paying out per month in business expenses. And we can all agree, if costs are rising, on a daily basis, there's no way in hell the same price or yesterday's price would be today's price. It's just impossible. So can you make money? Can you charge more by being more confident? Yes. Am I pricing that? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. And fun part about it, people that are less qualified are charging more than those that are qualified. All right, cool. I feel pretty good about that one. What's the next question?
Next question. How do I know if my habits or image are hurting my brand?
How do I know if my habits or image is hurting my brand? So, your habits are hurting your brand if there we go. If you assess your habits, i.e. a habit tracker, that'll give you your answer, right? I break down on my YouTube and on my social channels, whatever you're consistently doing or not doing consistently lets you know if it's good for the money flow. And then image. If you're not wearing your favorite outfit every day, your image is costing you money and it's costing you confidence. Now moi, I wear my favorite outfit every day. For the job that I do have, I still wear my little flavor, you know what I'm saying, to feel my best. If I dress like a 60-year-old man that's gonna retire at the job, I can't really be confident in my day-to-day. So I gotta tweak it and add things that make me feel confident. And so if your image is suffering, so is your pockets, and so is your confidence. So tweaking those areas exclusively can have the biggest impact. It's pretty good.
Next question. Why aren't people respecting my time, prices, or leadership?
This is a lovely question. People aren't respecting your time, price, and leadership because you aren't respecting your time, price, and leadership. And again, it goes back to charging what you're worth or charging what you want. In my case, I charge 20 grand for a VIP day. That's me respecting my time and my price. What was the second one? Time, price, leadership. My leadership, I position my leadership in a way where you can't question it. And if you do question it, it's from a place of what I can do better, not where I'm lacking. So there's a difference. You can either be lacking in areas where you're not sufficient, or it could be a means of getting better or improving. And so people always reach out to you about what you're not doing. That's an issue. People reaching out telling you what you could be doing better, how you can improve. That's a good thing. So for me, it begins with self-respect, and self-respect permeates, your environment in such a way where these questions answer themselves. I know for me, leadership boils down to representation and competency. How good are you at showing your skill set? I got over 1,000 videos on YouTube. I've done over 100 articles. I post an article, I think, if not every day, every other day, on multiple platforms. I go live often. I have interviewed over 100 people. Back it up. I interview hundreds of people over the course of years, close to these past couple of years. And that keeps me visible. It keeps me in the face of my audience. So if someone does not respect my leadership, then they may not be my target audience. Price-wise, time and price kind of go hand in hand, but a lot of that can be answered by charging more or showing why you cost what you cost, right? Sometimes being priced more or showing what you actually do for that amount of money can persuade people to see things from your side. All right, then we had question 5, huh?
Yes, last question.
Okay.
What do I actually walk away with after my day?
Right, so what do you actually walk away with after a $20,000 VIP day? You walk away with clarity, a roadmap, all the money you've been letting slip. So I tell you it this way. I was talking about my VIP day. What I can say about the VIP day is it is an 8-hour situation. 8 hours could be 2 half days or just 1 8-hour one-to-one for the duration of the day. It could be in-person or virtual. And what it is, it's going to be a continuation of the previous 5 days from the Confidence Challenge workshop. It's just a further deep dive of that to help, again, uncover confidence gaps, identify where you're messing up and how we can quantify the money you're leaving on the table and quantify the cost of inaction. Truly.